Today we're going to do a bit of a different one. We're going to do a vlog where I show you the insights of how it is to run a customer experience and Zendesk agency. Anyway, despite the fact that it's a little bit more uncomfortable for me to film these because of, the added anxiety of, oh my God, what are people going to say? I hope you enjoy this format more and yeah, follow along. So we had a launch with this customer and we had a ton of things that we needed to take live with this account. We had to feed stuff from a form on a website to go into Zendesk via the API, and we had to make sure that we connected first, and then they actually started working. The problems that we solved were many, but what we did is we turned off all notifications because we wanted to make sure that everything comes into Zendesk, and then they start working on those tickets. So we turned off all the notifications and we hooked up, the form to feed into Zendesk by API. We enabled, of course, email and messaging and chat, but we forgot to turn on the notifications when they went live. So obviously the customer, went berserk and they didn't understand what was going on. So that was a screw up, and we shouldn't have done that. But nevertheless, it did happen, and we're also human, so we make mistakes. And of course, I took responsibility and said, oops, yeah, that was a fuck up, and it's my fault, it's our fault, and everything is working fine now. So this is just one of the things that sometimes go wrong, and that's it. So sorry if the sound is different, I'm just figuring out this vlog thing. So naturally, I'm worried that potentially this client doesn't want to work together because of this slight inconvenience. We are mid-contract, and the first part is onboarding in Zendesk, and then there's a data migration of the system that they're coming from to Zendesk. But what makes us different as a company is we ask customers to pay once they get value, so once they're happy. So, they didn't pay anything yet, and as an anxious person, there's always that looming thought behind my head, which is like, what if they don't pay? But, that only happened like twice in 11 years of doing this. So, it's fine. I'm not really worried, but, there's always this looming thought behind my head. What I'm worried more about is a few hours of inconvenience that, some customers didn't receive the answers that they needed. Anyway, so now, after I finish my morning routine of waking up at 6 a.m., answering emails and putting out fires, I'm going for a workout to swim. And hopefully this will make the mind more quiet. It's quite warm today, so I'm based in Romania right now. Fun fact, just a few days ago there were 16 degrees, which is, I don't know how much that is in Fahrenheit. I'm going to show it up here on the screen. So the same period, like 12 years ago or 13 years ago, it was minus 15. So that means like almost a 30 degrees difference in Celsius, which is like yikes. So you still think global warming is just a fad and the joke? Well, if you sweep it under the rug, it sure is. Communist buildings, big ass parking lot, and then we have to go there to swim. So onwards. Let's do it. Halfway mark. Done. All right, now that the swimming is done, let's head on to the office and see what's on the agenda for today. So today I have to do some marketing activities. I have to reach out to some guys from Qvasa. They have an integration with Zendesk, and I have to reach out for a potential partnership. I have to adjust my email sequence to cater to a customer experience and customer service manager persona, which means that if somebody writes to me and they are a CX person or a customer service manager, I have to adjust my email sequence so it caters to their wants and needs and desires. Currently, I have only one, and it's dedicated to business owners because that's what we usually give the most value to. And there's another thing which, there's a really big task which is looming over me. And that is the idea to bring in a salesperson. So we've been growing steadily. The last 3 years, we had about 30% increase each year. So we had 3 years ago, 187K. 2 years ago, we had 247K. And last year we had 346K. So steadily about 30% increase each year. But yeah, we struggle with funds to hire somebody dedicated on sales, because I'm the only one that does sales. And a lot of the marketing, these videos that you guys see, and you write to me, hey, I need help, and then we work together. So I've been trying to raise money to hire a salesperson, and so yeah, it's not easy, because somebody who's good is very expensive, and I want nothing else. I want somebody good. I'm a bit of a stereotype with this, like if it's cheap, then I stay away from it. This comes from a lot of experience of working with cheap resources, and I got cheap results. About the money that I was trying to raise, and I am trying to raise, I only got one offer so far for a partnership, but I'm not very happy about it. And I'm thinking about some alternatives. We'll see what that looks like. It's still on my mind. So yeah, ongoing. All right, this is the office. This is where I sit. These are some lights. This is the camera. Some other lights. And that's a stove. And this one is a new addition. It's a background, and you're going to be seeing a lot of it. But yeah, this is the office. All right, so now I'm going to write to those Qvasa guys for a partnership. Then I will let a client know that I have to increase the price by 10%. It's kind of short notice because I want to change it starting next month. So they do have a 30-day notice, but I would much rather tell them like from Q2, but it is what it is. So there's that. And I'm going to reply to this partnership offering. And yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. Gabriel.
Hello.
Hello.
All right, so
what are we testing?
the IVR routing with tags. So each time a client calls and they select some specific numbers, so on key press, a tag should be applied to the ticket itself.
And then it should end up in the right queue for omnichannel routing, right?
Yep.
All right, let's tick some of these off. So respond to partnership, buyout offer, done. Let's do write to client for price increase. So we did this one. And then write to Qvasa guys, yes, done. And then hire salesperson. Well, this one is gonna take a while because I need to raise the money and it's dependent on everything else. So yeah, I still have a bunch of things on my list, but anyways, I'm still a bit worried because we haven't heard from that customer that we screwed up earlier in the day with. And to be fair, they are based in Australia, so they are, I think, about 9 or 10 hours ahead. So they're just maybe, still sleeping. So, we don't know much, but we will find out soon enough. So I'll keep you posted. Bye now.